Hey all, and welcome back to Future Redeemed. That reconciliation with Matthew's sister last time didn't really go according to plan, so we decided to head back to Colony 9, hunker down, and maybe think up a plan this time instead of charging ass first into danger.
Yeah, the whole family reunion thing didn't turn out real well.
No, not at all. On the plus side though, on the way there is a heart-to-heart that we can view now that we're in Chapter 4.
Ah, yes. Quite a number of things have unlocked now. I don't know if we'll actually finish Chapter 4 today, because Chapter 5 is pretty much entirely in-game stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, some refugees fleeing the city entrusted it to us.
My granddad spent years studying that thing. He'd say it was more important than life itself.
Even more than water?
So the research
It'll definitely end up that important, for sure.
Belonged to your grandfather.
Oh well.
I can imagine Riku's face, like at the beginning of the base game when he sees the Ouroboros stone land in the middle of Noah and everyone, and he's like, oh, okay, this is what we're doing today.
Oh, I see.
Right.
Do you think he just searches for the reincarnation of Noah every time? And that's what he's doing?
That makes me depressed, because there's only one Riku, and despite what he says, he's not God Variety.
The Queen of Agnes.
It's like one of the YouTube comments we had is just yelling at Riku, how old are you?
No matter what.
Alright, so this comes from Nia. Very important.
Yeah, we heard a little bit about that in the base game, how Nia was sending out the Ouroboros stones to help people fight back with the Ouroboros powers.
It's so funny. I was doing as many side quests as I could, like in between parts, and I did a fair amount, but the trigger for the rest of them is the same trigger as the actual plot trigger. So the second I set foot in here, boom, a cutscene would start and I had to reset the game.
Better safe than sorry, as it always is.
Our original worlds used to be one and the same. It boasted almost unthinkable prosperity.
And this is like one of the most important cutscenes, even if we as the players really already know most of this info.
Well, you know, Matthew didn't, and he wanted to know everything. There we go, yeah.
These two divided worlds began to evolve independently of each other.
One even became DLC, look at it.
Gave birth to new life.
Wasn't as peaceful as it sounds, though. You had your share of tyrannical empires.
I think it's really interesting that each game, Xenoblade 1 Definitive Edition, and then Xenoblade 2, and now Xenoblade 3, the DLC stories got better each time. At least from what I understand, because obviously I didn't play Torna, but from what I understand, it's really solid and definitely better than Future Connected.
But they were composed of opposing types of matter. Recombined, they would dissolve into light and cease to be.
Sure.
The annihilation events you see across Ionios are miniature portents of this.
So we put our heads together.
And we made a really big ball. I don't know what it does, but my wife does, and that's the main thing.
Called it Origin.
Multiple wives, probably.
Oh yeah. I think that might be like a heart-to-heart or a mission where Rex talks about his wives, but I haven't happened upon that yet.
Revive them. And that thing in the sky is it.
At the heart of his workings is the Trinity processor core called Ontos. In other words, Alpha.
That dickhead who wants to destroy everything.
I was looking through some Xenoblade lore videos over the past couple of days, and then I noticed when one was covering Future Connected that the rift that's behind Alvis there is remarkably similar to the rift that appeared in Future Connected that the Black Fog was coming out
Now
of.
Alpha's gathering power again and getting ready to depart. In the heart of Origin called the Ark. Alongside new life, the lives of city people gathered there, which he plans to take to a new world.
Oh, Xenoblade Chronicles 4.
Is that all of it then? We done?
I think they've said that like it's going to be completely divorced of the events of like Klaus and his wacky sayings hijinks.
Yes, the Klaus trilogy, as it is called, is over as of the end of this DLC. I'll go ahead and say that much. That's pretty obvious. And any future Xenoblade games are going to be the aftermath of things. To be as vague as possible.
Core crystals get dominance. My guess? Maybe it's because he's got injured when we fought. Maybe she's got whatever he's lacking.
There's more to it. Her emotions also factor into it.
She was pretty mad, pretty frustrated about the whole
that be the most
deal.
crucial element of all.
It wasn't just about finding a host, though. It was about finding a host that matched with Alpha's desires and ideology. And it just so happened that Niall fit with that perfectly.
Like I said, didn't really go to plan last time.
That wasn't my sister back then.
That was a tough boss fight. I had to go up one whole level to beat it.
She looked after the
We had to get lucky, too, because we needed a bunch of break chances for the game to give us, which, if I recall correctly, that boss has, I can actually scroll up on the guide here. Yeah, 80% break resistance, so the fact that you got so many is kind of nuts.
What she said last night, that's the way she truly felt. And to Alpha, those emotions are the perfect fodder.
Yummy angst.
Right now, she's a great deal more indispensable to him than me.
Yeah, we don't really know what A means to Alpha at this point, because Alpha has
but I'm doing it for her.
thrown off
For
A,
now.
discarded them
All this saving the world stuff.
in a way that really makes me
That's
think
something
that
for
A
you
is
guys to
completely
sort out.
unnecessary to whatever Alpha's doing.
No problem.
Well, if you have emotions, that means you have a conscience, and if you have a conscience, that
goals
means you're
align.
capable of feeling guilty.
Yes, you didn't
And if you're
notice.
capable of feeling guilty,
Who
that
was
just
the
slows
best
down
team?
your plans.
A is the part of Alvis that remembers the journey with Shulk, I believe is the description, or whatever.
Remember when I did those sick flips by the lake shore? Can you remember that, yes?
Family. He killed Grandad.
Yeah, there's like
no
fratricide,
family
there's
of
matricide. That's not killing a
I see.
mattress, by the way.
Then I won't stop you.
I'm just saying,
No.
you can be family and still kill each
Oh.
other. Like, look up Shakespeare every once in a
Listen
while.
to me.
Yeah, I
If you
mean,
decide
that's
to
that's
hit
kind of
the
what
story,
Shakespeare does, writing
be
about it
sure to
anyway. He
hear
doesn't
the
actually
words.
kill his own family.
Would
Once
be a
you
lot
do,
more interesting.
you can judge for yourself. I'll respect your choice.
Oh, there is a blackboard in that room waiting for me with delicious side quests aplenty.
You'll need them, because one of the toughest things in the game is coming up relatively soon.
No,
We'll probably
we're
get
just
to it
about
during
to
this
start.
session.
Right, about our next course of action.
What's there to discuss? We break into that origin place, beat Alpha to a pulp, and get our elder
One of the
hell out
reasons
of
I
here.
recommended you
Ain't no-
level up so much, we got
Thought
to
you might say
you got
that.
everyone up to level
It's pretty
42,
much
so
what
that's
we had in mind too.
11 levels
If we want to
since
make
the
our
end of
way
the last
to
session, I
Origin,
think.
then
Oh
our
yeah, that
first
was a
port
good
of call will
combination
have
of
to be
finishing off the
Prison
side
Island.
quests and a little bit of
Prison
grinding. It didn't
Island.
really take
Where's
all
that?
that much.
Prison
Because the
Island lies
DLC
at
is so
northernmost
short, the
tip of
XP
the
curve is
Photonium
pretty
region,
generous,
where we are
which is
now,
nice.
smack in the middle of the rugged terrain.
Oh, many memories about that place, oh
There
sure.
is a way into Origin.
However, there's a problem.
That was when the shackles were first unleashed.
The entrance to Prison Island is located on the side of a tower, and at considerable elevation.
Prison Island is not actually floating here, it's part of the mountain.
Yes, this is the last area of the game, the Black
These
Mountains.
armories are all under repair, which
Which
the
you
air off
could
the
see
table.
from quite a number of areas in the Ragmos Desolation.
Isn't there
Yeah,
some
it's
other
also
way?
the main
Relax.
menu
There's a
area.
whale, right? We can tweak the ether slide apparatus for direct vertical ascent. Should give us access to the island.
This is one reason why I couldn't go and do other side quests, because it was plot locked.
really?
Yeah, we need to develop an
Taking
ether
through the steps
lift.
necessary for the refurbishment later at the
Yeah, if we had come back and done this at the end of the last session, you would have had a lot more stuff available. But we were both kind of tired after that boss fight, so we had to cut it where we did.
We probably could have fit this whole thing in, and then I could have gone about doing stuff, but, you know, laziness takes precedent.
It also means you're going to have plenty of stuff
There's
to
something
do
we wanted to talk
between
to you
this
all
and the
about.
final session next time.
That's sudden. You sure it can't wait?
It's of the utmost importance.
Right you are then. But this place makes me anxious. Should we take this somewhere else?
Okay. Then how about our tents?
Ah, yes, an even more enclosed space. Perfect.
A more public space, actually. So you have 2 main quests to do now, and generally I would recommend doing the Ether Lift research first.
But before that, there's some new requests on the board. Let's see, what have we got? I hear an unusual cappy bird was seen at Ragwell Lake. If someone could hunt it, purely for science of course, it would be appreciated. I dropped my book while on expedition to Ragwell Lake. 'Tis Tale of the Bringer of Chaos. Shah-Sazig. Could someone take down a few quadwings from the familiar woods for me? I need the feathers to make medicine with. It's just those 3 for now. It's very important we do these, by the way, because I believe Linka has some important lore for us that is very easily missable.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, look at him go. Lost and Found, the book. And take down those assholes from Sartor Marsh, got it?
They existed elsewhere. They were also in Magna Forest, but yeah.
I fixed this.
Yeah, I saw your posts on Twitter over there about reminiscing about the Gem Man.
To me, to you, no, it's not the Chuckle Brothers. It's one of the more memorable NPCs from the first game.
I mean, I remember more the gem crafting itself than the Gem Man, but yeah, he's a cool guy.
Yo, Riku, I need your help for the 2nd time. Right then, here's what we'll need to construct an ether lift. Firstly, an ether crystal of even higher purity that will replace the black shard. We'll call it a black crystal. So you change your form, so what? Yeah, no problem. I'm adept at finding these things. Then what are we doing? We have something else to take care of. Using a black crystal gives us access to ether output that can make both ascent and descent possible, but conversely we'll be losing on stability, which will cause the system to exceed the amplifier's tolerance. That's it, Nicole. You are my wonderful son, and the brightest one in this room.
Shulk is so proud, though.
So we'll need to refit the ether amplifier for the lift's purposes. Notice how Rex isn't saying anything. This is Shulk's game, not mine. And to that end, we'll require the superconducting material that the amplifier uses, namely Photonium. What?
I love that Shulk is just so proud of Nicole, and Rex is over there like, hey, Glimmer, Pokes, do something.
What? Don't know what you expect me to do. I'm playing the Plinky Plonky device. Bang on the money, kid. But we've chanced upon a little deposit off of it in an undisclosed location. It should be still lying there untouched. Untouched? So you didn't actually mine it? Well, I gotta give you something to do for the side quest. But there was a weak situation, now the place is off limits.
There's enemies there.
Ah, okay. You're right to be hesitant. I'll make it clear right now, there will be a great deal of danger involved in the extraction.
Not as much as when a lot of people probably went through this quest because we leveled up so much, but maybe the enemy at the end might give you a little bit of trouble.
It's a cave near Pioneer's camp. The entrance is blocked off, so it might be a bit hard to spot from afar. Nope, I know exactly where it is. Then let's hurry. As Shulk so aptly put it, we don't have much time to spare.
Now, is the thing in Riku's house active? Turn around and check real quick.
Okay.
No, I don't see it here. It must be in Chapter 5, then.
Okay. I think we actually are in Chapter 5. Let's have a look here.
No, you are in Chapter 4 still.
Ooh. God, there's so much game left. I'm so happy.
Yeah, like I told you, Chapter 5 is entirely in-game.
Hell yeah, baby. So it was near Pioneer's camp.
Yes, the yellow marker to your southwest.
Aha.
Which you have already traveled over to.
Huzzah!
It is implied that we rode the rail over here.
It was bloody lovely, and arrived. It should be behind this rubble. These rocks that are blocking the entrance, is that you guys doing? Yeah, didn't want anyone blundering in by accident, did we? Okay, so we can't go in. Great start. What are we going to do about this?
Did they think about the fact that there's, like, people or monsters that are trapped in there now?
Hang on. My wives and I will sort this out. Now, Rex, why couldn't you do that when we were here the first time?
His wives weren't awake yet.
I guess. You never want to wake a sleeping wife.
I wonder if that's a callback to the field skills in Xenoblade 2, how you needed certain skills or whatever to access certain areas.
You might be right there. Now, give me just 1 second. I need to turn my phone off. Alrighty, let's proceed.
Now, there's a bunch of different paths that you can and have to take here, so no need for me to tell you where to go, because you pretty much got to explore everywhere.
Okay. We have Fog Horsey. Delightful. We have Monster. That's like the most monstrous monster I've seen in Xenoblade in a while.
Yeah, it's kind of like some of the Prison Island demons, is what it reminds me of.
Yeah, then you just have, like, velociraptors walking hither and thither.
Actually, in this room, I think, is a couple normal enemies and then fog versions of those same enemies. Because there's, like, the regular Garafa and then this thing.
Sure, whatever. Let's get this out of the way.
There's that Future Connected theme again. You may notice a little signage here and there saying weak. That's because I upgraded the X reader to max capacity.
Right, and this DLC has a special bonus that I don't think any other game or DLC in the Xenoblade series has, is that enemies actually have weak points, so if you attack them from the front, side, or back, they'll actually take more damage that way. Like the Garafas here are weak to side attacks, that's why the arrow is pointing to the side. And of course, there's also the bonuses that you get if you start battle from a certain direction. You can get topples or breaks or launches like that. Unfortunately, despite what I said last time, you cannot take advantage of those with the Unity combos because they're not filled up at the start of combat.
No, that's a shame. Alright, he was just like ready to fight. I didn't even have to click on him.
Yeah, the shadow enemies, the fog ones, are always aggressive, no matter what, as far as I know.
I would be too, if I was like a damned creature from the void between worlds.
Or whatever they are, that's probably a good description. That is the exit.
Good.
Go towards the yellow markers.
No, I'll go in the direction I want, thank you very much.
This is honestly a pretty big cave, as you can see.
Oh, what's going on down here? Yo, shark. Pashef Georg.
Wasn't that a Zelda boss?
No, that was George Lopez, you know this full well.
I don't think there's any of the items we need down here on the bottom, just some collectibles and new enemies to fill in the Enemypedia.
Well, that's what I'm here for.
Oh, you also have the thing that tells you when you're in the right spot to hit your directional bonuses as well down there. For break, backspin punch, and mighty strike. Everything down here seems like the kind of place where a unique would pop out, but I honestly don't think one does, and you can yell at me if I'm wrong and one does pop out.
I'm pretty sure we've also unlocked... no, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to actually turn this thing off. I've forgotten the thing. There we go. It was literally just Y. Didn't need a combination. God, you weren't kidding about the size of this place.
Mm-hmm. I believe this area is part of Tephra Cave. That's why we're getting like sour gooseberries and stuff.
There you go. Everyone needs a little bit more power, then we can progress more quickly. Shark Shock. That's the kind of move they'd pull out in Street Sharks. Right after yelling Jawsome.
It feels like the kind of thing that should just instantly kill anything in the water from the electric shock, but that's not how things work in most RPGs, actually.
No, not really.
It's like, hey, Sora, casting thunder underwater, are we?
Well, not really sure how we're going to explain this to Triton.
The funny part is that Triton uses electricity with the trident as well. There was a fancy thing down here to pick up. And it's an elite, it wasn't a unique, I was correct.
You were half right, which is the best kind of right.
It's so fun to just watch the health bar melt after using the party power charge. Let's be honest, with Rex it'll melt even without power charge.
Oh yeah, I've been focusing on him a lot when it comes to upgrades and the like.
Which, as I have said before, is great because he's the highest damage, but it does mean your tanks are going to have trouble holding aggro. I mean, I kind of had trouble with that even in my run where I didn't upgrade Rex until last. And I still don't understand why I did that. I think maybe because I played Future Redeemed, I almost said Connected. I played Future Redeemed before I played Xenoblade 2, so I still didn't have any connection to Rex as a character, so maybe that was just subconsciously like, I didn't care, so I didn't give him anything. And it was definitely to my detriment because he is busted.
Oh yeah. What was that thing I picked up, by the way?
I honestly didn't see, I'm gonna be completely honest.
What are we like?
And I can look through the guide and see if it describes anything at the bottom of the water here.
And while you're doing that, I'll get us back on the proper path.
I believe it was a black shard, actually, according to this. There are 16 total of them in the game, and if we had been following the guide perfectly, that would have been number 7.
Huh. Well, hopefully that's not necessary for endgame.
I don't think so. You certainly need some of them, but I don't think you need all of them.
It's mainly for weapons, isn't it?
I believe so, yeah. I don't think you need them for the ether lifts or anything like that.
Quick and painless, thankfully.
It's just like, fine, I guess I'll come down here and die.
Wait a minute, is that a ghost coming out of here? I didn't ask for this.
Can we stop the spinning? I'm kind of feeling a bit sick now.
Once the spinning starts, it ain't over until it's over.
Speaking of spinning, how about that Sonic DLC?
Oh boy, you guys will see all there is to see about that when we cover it. It should be the week this part goes up, actually. You should have seen a little bit of it already.
Yeah, I've heard things, let's say that much.
Yes.
That the difficulty is kind of all over the place.
Mm-hmm. No, that's true. But if you want my full opinion, you'll just have to watch the video, you dirty scab.
Yes, which is why I did not continue talking about it after that.
You could have just stayed in the ground and avoided this, I hope you realise.
Yeah, well... It was already dead by the time you found it.
I'll send you to your death.
I'm just saying, that Monsterpedia ain't filling that itself.
Like, these are the kind of things that are easy to do off-screen, but if we're gonna be doing this part on screen, we might as well fight the stuff as we pass it, right?
Jesus Christ.
This was basically what I predicted.
Did someone say more?
Yes, more. Yes, more Arachnos, please. Love those guys. Shulk, you have Monato's shield ready, right?
Oh, I saw you found the ruined Daksha Shrine over there by Ragwell Lake, which is where the big spider climbed over the cliff in Xenoblade 1, and Shulk has PTSD of it.
Yeah, I shouldn't say it's funny, but it's funny.
I thought it was such a great moment, and especially when you actually go over there and pick up the item, another unique falls there to surprise you.
Yeah, it was like Inspector Hector or some shit. There's a lot of goofy names in this DLC, it's great.
Well, that's kind of a Xenoblade thing in general, let's be honest.
Alright, if you want some, let's go. All this fighting will help me down the line with extra EXP as well.
Not to mention all of the affinity points that you're getting.
That wasn't even a warm-up. Let's bash them good.
Is it even worth it? Well, don't let me stop you.
Can anyone hit it from here?
If you sheathe your weapons, you can lure it.
Asshole. Dude, I was just sitting here minding my own business. He's just a little bit out of Matthew's range, that's funny.
He is the punchy guy, so he has the shortest range of anyone.
There we go, that's that sucker done.
He also dropped all of his items up there on that cliff where you can't reach.
I think I filled out the Collectopedia for the Aurora Shelf anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Well, he wouldn't drop collectibles, it's more items that would be used for crafting and stuff like that. It would be used for like the building ladders and probably some of the weapon upgrades as well.
Okay.
Maybe the items are still there if you like come back around and drop down to that ledge, but I don't know if that would be worth it, honestly.
There isn't a shiny thing over there, so definitely want to double back for that.
I think you get to that by going around from the upper area, if I recall correctly. So yeah, just continue around for now.
That terrible case of dragon gas, oh.
Now, if I recall correctly, and from what I read in the guide when I was preparing for this session, this is the main progression path for this area, and there is another path to go back down for more of the stuff we're looking for, but it doesn't really matter what order you do all the stuff in. Because like I said, you have to clear it all out anyway, so going back doesn't matter too much.
Guys, back up, anytime.
I think they're fighting the other one.
That was the Igno talking to the other Ignos there.
Oh. Well, they're fighting the 5 other ones then.
Now, is this place from 2 or is it from Future Connected? Because the ruins seem familiar.
Again, this is Tephra Cave combined with Tantali's ruins. I'm pretty sure, which, there's a lot of Tantal in this DLC. It's kind of the main Xenoblade 2 area of the whole place. The rest of the areas are almost entirely Xenoblade 1, aside from the Sephonia tree, of course.
There was a heart-to-heart where Rex actually says, "Yeah, I remember this place. It looked a lot less wrecked at the time." Yeah, that's right. We're punching aside.
And it spawned more enemies somehow.
I don't know. Maybe it's magic. Maybe it's possessed.
Igno magic, I suppose. I've looked at it so many times and I still have no idea what that ether anchor debuff does that got applied to the whole party.
Okay, there we go. We were expecting you to come here at like level 37. This is really unfair.
Let's be honest, if you had come here at level 33, these guys would still be easy. Like I said, it's the thing at the end that would have been a problem for you at a lower level, and might still be now, because I died to it in my run as well.
Okay. Well, the only thing we've died to so far has been Niall, so I guess we'll see.
Alpha.
Motherfucker out here making Dragon Ball Fusion names. God, this is a massacre.
That takes care of that.
Go on, praise us some more. Let's fight some good.
This fight is not working.
Not the biggest incursion we've had to fight for so far.
No, I mean, there's a lot of enemies here, but they are pretty focused into this one area around the campfire, which you cannot use for some reason. That weirded me out when I played this.
This is pretty rare, right?
It's here.
Toot shroom.
The fog is very dense here, I've noticed.
Yeah, I mean, if anywhere is going to have the dangerous black fog, it's going to be Tephra Cave, right? Whew. Wow.
I know I can count on you all.
Really? I thought you were just a rock. I am a rock.
That's kind of the point. So it's probably nice for taking out whatever they eat, assuming they don't just eat rocks.
Now, what's up here then? Because this ain't the critical path.
I think it kind of is. Again, everything is kind of the critical path.
Oh god, so much choice.
I think this does actually lead to the top of this area. Watch. I was a little bit slow on that.
To be fair, I was a little bit slow on catching that there was a hole there.
Well, we get to go around and explore again.
Good stuff.
It's too bad there's no quick travel points in this cave, as far as I know.
I mean, we could walk back to the entrance, but, you know.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm enjoying my swim.
You got the true experience of falling into the hole, which everyone probably did. Because I know I certainly did, probably twice. I think I tried to avoid it my second time through, and I still hit it.
Oh no, a second hole.
A wooden gun.
Oh, wooden hole.
It's so completely irrelevant to what we were talking about, but it just breaks into my mind sometimes.
Nope, sorry, not interested this time.
Yeah, all the enemies respawned, but that's fine. They will completely forget your existence after you run for a bit. Like Grand Theft Auto.
Where'd he go? Okay, so we dropped down there to get the shiny thing.
Yes, and then I think you have to go around again. And there's some more enemies if you take the left path here. On the other side of that rock, because you get to that upper area. Things for you to worry about on your own time, I suppose.
I was missing a few Igna for the collection anyway, so...
Yeah, I want to say there's a ladder that you can rebuild around here to make it easier to go up and down. I have vague memories of that. Oh no, there's just a hill. That's much easier than a ladder.
This is for all your lies.
I like to think Matthew was just trying to do a jump attack.
You know, gotta kind of vary up the moveset a little bit.
I noticed that you like playing as Matthew compared to the main game where you were switching around quite a lot.
Well, you know, we're not in any kind of boss fight right now.
Yeah, fair. I mean, Matthew does also get the party power charge, so you want to make sure you're hitting that as soon as possible. I don't think that debuff that's being applied is the ether anchor I thought it was. I think it's a lock-on, because that's what the chains are. It forces you to target that enemy.
Interesting.
Maybe this way's an option.
Ah, Photonium.
Ah, you needed to go down here.
Very cool. There it is, Photonium. Incredible, it really was here. I saw it as we were falling through that hole. But it won't be enough. Let's go to the next site.
We need 9 total, there's 3 spots, 3 each. Easy math.
Let's keep going.
I guess this part will just be called, like, Photonium Collection or something.
Something like that, yeah.
Not the most exciting start to a week. Oh, I see you all there.
Uh-huh, yep. At least we started with the lore dump, I suppose.
That's true, yeah.
Another black shard, and yeah, I think you have to go around again, unfortunately.
Alas.
We're getting our steps in today.
This is pretty rare, right?
Oh, there's a thing right there to your left. It's directly under the ruins.
Oh. Resetting growth.
Ah, okay, this is what this is. It's the Affinity Growth Reset Kit.
There we go.
So if you want to take all of your stuff that you've done away from one character to put those points into another, then that you can use that to do that. Because there are going to be more than enough affinity points in the entire game to max everyone, so it's not like you're ever going to run out. But if you wanted to take, say, points away from Nicole in order to focus them into Rex, you could do that.
I got you. Huh. Is that above me, or what the hell is that?
I think no, the Photonium's right there behind the fog rift.
Seething fog.
Now, last time we ran into one of these, we were not able to complete it because we were at the wrong level. This time, I don't think we'll have too much of an issue.
I'll give you something to seethe about. Oh god, now there's a horse.
Nicole was kind of aiming the wrong way there.
It's fine. He's young, he'll learn. It's okay if you can't really follow what's happening. Me neither.
I've got it worse than you because I'm dealing with, you know, my internet bitrate destroying everything too. I think I'm seeing maybe 7 pixels right now.
Yo, those 7 pixels are beautiful though.
Oh hey, you're actually going to build up to a chain attack in this normal fight. That doesn't happen a lot. Actually be quite nice if you used a whole bunch of AoEs. Unfortunately, they're not quite as effective in normal fights as like the Xenoblade 1 chain attacks, because you can't change targets once the main enemy is dead.
Bit of a shame.
Yeah, it's kind of why I think the Xenoblade 1 chain attacks are probably my favorite. The simplicity combined with being able to move on to the next target, I think, really makes them just that much more useful.
Deal with it, kiddo. Let's push on.
Let's keep going.
And now the last one involves us jumping over that hole.
Make sure your camera is tilted up so that you can look at the ground.
Alright, I'm tilting it up.
Well, tilted up for me. I play reversed.
Be sure to dry them later, so the smell doesn't stick. This is pretty rare, right?
Holes on the right.
Saw you that time.
Should be around here, somewhere.
Very nice.
Check it out.
Oh, alright.
This will make for a happy knock-on somewhere.
The enemy.
Oh, and you filled out one of the Napalm Medal quests as well.
Cool.
Probably turn that in when we go back to Colony 9 so we can show it off.
You said that's how we get like the character enhancement abilities, like walking faster, swimming faster, etc.
Yes. You've already done a few of them. Basically, every time you turn in enough of them, you get a bonus, and the Napalm just gives you another quest for the next amount that he needs.
This was basically what I predicted.
This is quite rare.
Huh. That's a lot more intimidating than it seemed from below.
I can't say I'm not
There goes
intrigued.
our chance.
Fog Raptor Denarl. Or is that an I? I can't see. I think it is an I looking at my guide here. I think actually if you would have ignored this thing, it would not have aggroed.
Fuck.
Repel the invaders. Fortunately, it didn't seem like one of the summoning types.
Oh shit.
You'll be seeing that particular move that just killed Rex a few times during the Super Boss video, because this is basically the same enemy type as one of the Super Bosses. That one that we saw flying high in the sky when we were doing Teach's Hero Quest. It's that enemy type. Nice timing. I was going to tell you to use Vision right when he activated this.
Well, I had a vision of you asking me to use Vision.
Yes, because he was trying to use that grab attack again, and so the Vision stops it. Nice camera. And Rex died anyway.
Son of a bitch. Let me go get your dad up. Thank you. I assume we have to take this guy out to get the Photonium?
Yes, yes you do. Smash does decent damage, but it is also going to make Rage Mode come up sooner. And whoever he just grabbed is almost certainly going to die.
It's okay, we got it. Alright, we got it. We got Light Speed, we got Avalanche Onslaught, and Cyclone Form.
Light Speed to reactivate more characters. If you want to go for breaks, start with Matthew. Otherwise, I would say probably still start with Matthew.
Okay, Matthew or Matthew. So many choices.
Definitely get your heals done. Shulk next.
Break?
Yeah, see if you can get that break. Nice. Oh, I did not realize that he had that bonus to finish the round, but that's fine. You definitely want to finish the next round with A to get that guaranteed amazing bonus. Topple. Launch with Nicole. A might be able to finish the round because of the healer bonus.
Let's have a look.
Oh yeah, plenty of points. Red Hot Blade Flash. Alright, I mean, kind of do anything. You definitely want Rex to go for damage, though.
Yeah. Whatever works.
The smash on this really should just finish the fight. Oh, not quite.
Close enough. Bye-bye.
Nicely done.
Enemy data complete.
It's all mine. There it is. Excellent. This should be enough. Now all we need is... I hear you. Black crystal, right? We'll have it ready for the big day. You do what you have to do, boss.
Shouldn't you have been off finding that while we were doing this?
You know what? You raise a good point.
Like, that would have been more efficient.
Nice.
You should be able to build a ladder now.
I guess it wanted us to do the thing first.
It wanted to make sure you got the Photonium before you left.
That's a nice ladder, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, in case you ever want to climb back up here and want to go the fast way.
Alright, where to now, Spa?
I believe back to Colony 9.
Nice.
Just follow me.
Back to Colony 9.